Hey, it's Monica B, creator of HeyMonicaB.com, a blooming resource on Ayurveda, and author of In Your Elements, a blooming Ayurvedic guide to creating your best life. Today, we are going to talk about kids' lunches. As parents, we all want our children to have a nice, good, healthy lunch that feels good in their bellies and feels good in their minds so that they can focus on learning and having fun and being a kid. But it is no good if the parents are rushing around in the morning, doesn't have any ideas of what to put in the lunch, so you just throw a bunch of stuff in there, cross your fingers that they eat it, and they don't like half of it, and then half of it goes in the garbage. Am I right? So by the end of this video, you are going to learn 4 things that you can do for your kiddo's lunch to make it super simple for you and quick and healthy for them. 2 years ago when my daughter started kindergarten, that I was running out of lunch ideas, and then I was frazzled running around my kitchen. I didn't know what to make. So I started writing things down and I put them on the inside of my cupboard. There's a download for you below. You can grab that download and take everything from my brain and print it out, and you can have that on the inside of your cupboard too whenever you're running out of ideas. But first, I would love to tell you 4 things that you can do to start to make your kids' lunches healthy for them, easy for you, with a whole lot of love in the food, and it's not going to take you a whole lot of time. So number 1 is always think about having one warm main thing. That's always my goal with my daughter. And if I can make one warm main thing for her lunch, I win. Everything else doesn't matter. I win. One warm thing. What do I mean by one warm thing? Well, I'll use a thermos, or I will use a flour tortilla. Those are my secret weapons in making her warm foods, because you can put anything warm in a thermos. You could do pasta. You could do like leftover rice with some beans, like black beans or pinto beans, make a burrito bowl. You could sprinkle a little cheese on that if you want to. I also use rice with like maybe leftover chicken or vegetables, and I make a little rice bowl. Like the ideas are endless there. And then I'll also stick anything in a flour tortilla. Sometimes I'll use corn tortillas, but I'll put those on the side so she can kind of scoop and use them because they're kind of small and flimsy. So mostly I'll just use a flour tortilla, and I'll make like an egg burrito. So I might take eggs and cheese and I'll fold that up and I'll put that in a burrito, wrap it in foil. It looks like taco truck food fanciness. So awesome. She loves it. Also do the same thing with a regular burrito. I'll take leftover rice. I might have some beans and some cheese, and I put it and I make it a burrito. But my big goal is one warm thing. I also sometimes, for example, last night we had crepes for dinner. My husband's a cook. I am not. I am a hack. So I took the crepe, I put it in the pan, I put a little bit of cheese in there, I put a little half a piece of ham with a little bit more cheese on the top, and I put it in a foil, and it's the greatest thing ever. One warm thing. And why is this Ayurvedic? Because in Ayurveda, around noontime is when our digestive fire is the strongest and when we can support the most food for the day. So we want to make sure we're giving our bodies enough food at lunch, and the warmth of the food helps us digest it better, because when you put a little bit of warmth on our digestive fire, it just makes it easier as opposed to something that's very, very cold. So that is tip number 1. Think about one warm main thing and you win. Number 2 is when you grab that download below, go through it with them and give them what they like. Give them what they like to eat, because otherwise you don't know if half the stuff is going in the garbage. Sometimes half their lunch comes home, which is even worse, and you're like, oh my gosh, I can actually see that you ate kind of nothing. Why didn't you eat? And it's usually because they didn't like it or they ran out of time. So making sure that they like what is in their lunch is half the battle, right? So go through it with them, have them pick it out, and then give them what they like. Number 3 is try to avoid the fruit and dairy combo. The fruit and dairy combo in Ayurveda is considered incompatible foods, especially with like fruit on the bottom of a yogurt or something. Try to avoid that. It can dampen their digestive fire, and it can also affect immunity, leaving them a little more susceptible to like colds and little school bugs and things like that. So if you can avoid those 2 foods being eaten together, tell them to have their fruit as a snack when possible, and then skip the yogurt with fruit combo when possible. Number 5 is put some love in the food. I know that you are rushing around. I know that you're trying to get a lot done in the morning, but take a second. Be thankful for the food that you have, that you are able to give to your child so they can feel really nice in their bellies, which supports their mind, their learning, their play, their socialness, and their entire day. Food is a big deal for all of us, and especially for the little ones as they're growing. So you know how your grandmother used to make like amazing food? Mine did anyway. She made amazing food. And one of the biggest ingredients in grandmother's food is the love, because they have time. So put some love in the food, maybe use a cute napkin or put something cute on a Post-it note or something that might delight them, or just give the food a little blessing and say thank you, and they will digest that food much better. So as a recap, number 1 is think about one warm main thing. Number 2 is give them what they like. Talk about what they want in their lunch and what they think is really yummy so that they eat it. Number 3 is try to avoid the dairy and fruit combo when possible. And number 4 is put some love in that food. Give it a little love, give it a little lunch love, and you will both be feeling so much better about their lunch. If this served you today, give me a thank you in the comments below. Make sure to like the video and share it with your friends. Also subscribe to my channel so that I know what kind of content to keep creating for you. So go ahead and grab the download below for your kiddos' lunches. Enjoy that. Let me know how you like this video. And as always, we're going to keep bringing Ayurveda to life. Mwah.